Hello, everybody. How you doing? Today is March 23rd, 2020, and I am Reverend Darrell James, and welcome to Manning Now. We just got some special news for you guys today. We're going to do a short news segment. We're going to really focus on this epidemic that's happening within the city, state, and the country, and how it's impacting us. But before we begin, I do want to let you guys know that I hope everybody is faring well. I hope that everybody is actually staying inside and keeping themselves protected, washing your hands and following all of the protocols that's required. I hope that we are able to follow the um, uh, the public service announcements that are being made on Facebook. Mayor Julia Nelson is doing a wonderful job at getting news out to us. So we just want to make sure that we'll talk about some of the announcements she has later. But we just want to make sure that everybody's getting those public service announcements. And so we're just doing a follow-up broadcast right now. We know many of you are in the know, but we want to make sure that we give you the opportunity to circulate a little bit of news that we're going to give you guys to make sure that we keep ourselves informed, keep ourselves as safe as possible, because we're going to have to make sure that we do as much as we possibly can as a community to survive this crisis. Not only survive this crisis, but to also to make sure that we are still connected with each other. I was happy to see that yesterday many of the people in service were doing service online. My church did service online, and so we're trying to make sure that we keep with the stay 5 to 6 feet apart. I think it's 3 to 6 feet apart. You guys know what the actual, I believe it's 6 feet apart from each other, that rule. And so, but we also know that God is still on the throne, and we know that while our schools may be closed, while our institutions of work may be closed, heaven is never closed. And so my prayers will continue to go out to all of us in the community, that we stay connected and that we are able to lift each other up. We are social people, so having this whole thing of social distancing is a very difficult and very challenging time for most of us, because many of us are not going out unless we're going to the grocery store to pick up groceries. And we're not dining anymore. We're not eating out. Some of us are going through drive-throughs, but many of us are even still trying not to do that. We're not traveling as much, and so sooner or later this can start getting to you. And now we're kind of stuck on watching TV, watching Facebook, trying to figure out what's going on with this epidemic and how it's going to impact us. One of the things I do want to say that my partner just gave me a heads up that we just got a release for immediate release from the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, DHEC. Today is reporting the state's fourth and fifth death related to the coronavirus, COVID-19. And so this brings the total state's number of deaths to 5. As you see to the this way, to the right of me, we have our worldwide number, and that's actually as of 2 hours ago. This thing seems like it's just increasing bit by bit, and the total number of cases that we have in the United States and the total number of cases in South Carolina as of 2 hours ago was 195, and those cases are continuously being increased every day. So every day this thing is happening. Dr. Linda Bell, one of the state's epidemiologists, poured out her concern on behalf of all South Carolinians that they had to obviously notify the families of those deaths. And so the medical workers, obviously in the hospitals cared for them for the best of their abilities. One of the patients was an elderly person from Clarendon County who had an underlying health condition. And the second patient was an elderly person from Kershaw County who also had underlying health conditions. And so we just must be reminded we must do everything that we can do to protect ourselves, especially those at a higher risk for developing severe illness of the virus. And Bell said that based on our data, as well as our data shared by other states and countries, we who live in South Carolina should expect to see the number of positive cases increase. The disease is here. She says it's in our communities, and we all have to play a part in helping to stop its spread. So some daily preventions are in order, and we're going to talk about that later. As you see, our slide has changed as well too. So I just want to let you know that we do have some information from the mayor's office, Ms. Julia Nelson, Mayor of Manning, South Carolina, and as of today, we have, which is March 23rd, once again, we have approximately 3 confirmed cases of the COVID-19 virus, and these results were verified by DHEC, Department of Health and Environmental Control. Also, I want to let you guys know that we also got a report from the mayor's office that the staff at City Hall and Manning Council had determined that in the best interest of public safety, the city will begin closing all parks effectively immediately. We were open at one particular time, but we found out that I believe in Gibson Park something was going on, an unauthorized event was occurring in the park where a permit was required, and so the city and the city officials were just really concerned about the safety of the people and the public, and so the city officials, the mayor's office, and the staff there, including the council, that our leadership felt that it was going to be important for us to discontinue allowing the parks to be open. So effective immediately, we will not be able to go into the parks, and we'll stay tuned for an update from the mayor's office with other changes, and we'll bring them to you as quickly as we can. In other news, I want to let you guys know that the Clarendon District School 2 does have a bus. This is a reminder. Buses have Wi-Fi available beginning today and will continue to the end of this week until Friday. The buses will be on locations each day from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the bus driver will be able to have the password, and you could see right here where you can see the places where you can actually go and get on the buses. There are Society Hill AME Church and the Matrix Center, Mount Nebo Baptist Church, and Chapel AME Church. And so 3 of those locations are in Manning, and 1 is in Alkaloo, Mount Nebo Baptist Church. And so this gives our students the opportunity to be able to still get access to Wi-Fi. So make sure you guys get out between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Make sure you share this video because not a lot of people know. So news is important, just like we share when we get the Facebook notices. We're hoping you guys will share the news so other people who may have kids or children who don't know will have the opportunity to know. So it's important that we make sure that we get this information out. And that's an announcement coming from District 2. So make sure that, you know, the kids and anybody who wants to have, and also make sure that you guys are within 100 feet, I'm told, of the bus. So you can't just be, you know, a mile away from the bus and say, I'm going to be good. No, you have to be at least 100 feet, I believe, near the bus. So the bus driver will have the Wi-Fi password. You just pull up and the bus driver will be providing the password. Also, Clarendon District 2 wanted us to remind everybody, this is a reminder to an existing public service announcement that they put out, that the Clarendon District 2 is at Manning Elementary School providing grab and go meals for all Clarendon County District 2 students. That's all students who are in Clarendon County District 2. Meals will be provided, and that's every day, Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And the meals also include a lunch for a day and breakfast and for the next morning. So we'll make sure that you guys keep those announcements in mind. As far as the local community is concerned, we wanted to make sure that we give you guys an opportunity. So you'll see an email right below me, right down below me, and it says community news at theccnn.org. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to go write that down. If you guys know anything that's going on, or anybody that's sick, or some important news that needs to be, I mean, we're not we're not looking to gauge and gossip, but we're looking to engage the community in providing information. We are building out an incredible video broadcasting site. We're working with Spectrum right now on completing that. And so it is going to be an incredible news broadcasting site where we can work with also community reporters that's all around Clarendon County that we have designated that's going to be feeding in news. But we do want you guys to keep us abreast of everything that's going on, or if you know something, somebody's giving away something or helping people in any particular type of way. If you got some video of it, or if you got some footage, some pictures, or if you just need to get some critical information out right now, this is your community channel, and we want you guys to take advantage of the channel. So right down below, we have the community news at theccn.org. Several people in our organization are going to be able to gather that news and be able to effectively put together what we need to do to report. Please use it for positive news reporting. Don't use it to report who's your favorite political candidate, or any information that's controversial or has not. Please do not send anything that, well, if you send something that's non-verifiable, we are going to follow up with it as well too. We did have someone sent us something recently with a helicopter was supposed to be going around spraying some coronavirus something in the air, and and we were able to find out that information, we didn't believe it was true, but obviously everything we try to test and verify. So we just want to make sure that you guys have a place where you could submit information to us. Let us know what's going on. If your church knows something that's happening that's important, or doing something that will impact the community in a helpful way. If many of you who are tied to health organizations, if you know something that we can share with the public, you're more than welcome to even record a video and send that in. I don't have to give that news, but as long as it's formatted properly, let me show you the way into which to record the news. Do not, if you're going to record any news using your cell phone, do not hold your phone this way. Put your phone this way, and then you hit turn on your phone. And once you turn on your phone, then you go into record mode, and you record yourself in the landscape mode. So if you're going to be recording something and sending it in to us, make sure you record it in landscape. That way we can get it properly formatted. Most of you guys go on Facebook, if you see when people send in the news, they send it, it's like they send it this way, and it's kind of cut down the middle strip, and it's really not, it doesn't look appropriate, and it's really hard to see the fullness of the picture. So if you guys do have some viable information, those of you who are in health and wellness, and if you have if you have a video linked, any information that you think is important and relevant, and you want to get that information out, that's down below. Send it to community news at theccn.org. And we will make sure that we get that formatted properly and we get that information out. Any other city, most of the city officials, they know our address. They send an email to us, the Clarendon County School District, as well as the mayor's office. Also, you guys are sending information out to the local print media, the Manning Times as well too, and that's great. They're doing an excellent job. Shout out to Leanne Mannion over there, who's doing a wonderful job making sure that she keeps the community updated. And we're going to continue to do the same thing too on this video media platform, news platform that we're running over here at Manning Now. And so we want to continue. One of the things that I want to bring out to you guys is that the 211 information that you guys should be aware of. There is a 211 channel that you guys can reach out and dial up and get connected and get answers in South Carolina. As a matter of fact, 211 is the designated number for all of the folks in Clarendon County to call. And one of the things we want you guys to do is to really, really watch for symptoms. Reported illnesses have ranged from mild symptoms to severe illnesses and deaths for confirmed coronavirus diseases from 2019 cases that were out. And the symptoms may appear 2 to 14 days after exposure. So you really don't know, when you get exposed, but within 2 to 14 days, they are going. You may possibly, if you have the virus, start getting to some symptoms, and that's based on the incubation period of the virus. Some of the symptoms you may see are fever, cough, or shortness of breath. And so those are some of the things we gotta watch out for. Remember, this is an upper respiratory virus infection. So it's important that if you develop any warning signs for COVID-19 to get medical attention immediately. Emergency warning signs include you may have trouble breathing, you may have a persistent pain or pressure in your chest, you may have new confusion or inability to arouse, and you may have a bluish lips or face. And this list is not all inclusive, but obviously this is what we were able to get from the Center of Disease Control. So please consult your medical professional for any other symptoms that are severe and concerning. And so these are some of the things that we want to make sure that we're advising you guys to watch for as far as COVID-19 is concerned. And so we want to continue to make sure that you guys are keeping yourself healthy. You are doing as much as you possibly can to not only protect yourselves, to protect your families, dads, fathers. We know you got to go to work. If you got to go to work, hopefully our jobs would have given us some time off to make sure that these symptoms, so we can kind of get a period of time where the health professionals can get a handle on this, because and that's what this real 2 weeks is about. And we'll see whether it's going to go longer than that, but it's really to give the health professionals in the industry time to ramp up to be able to make sure that they can care for any of the individuals who are afflicted with this COVID-19 virus. So we're going to be continue prayerful as a community. We're going to continue to coalesce together. As many outlets as you can reach that will get you information. Make sure you guys stay connected. Use this time to stay in prayer, but also use this time to be watchful, to be vigilant, and to continue to make sure that you do everything in your power to protect yourself and your family. And I was saying before, dads, if you got to go out there and you got to go to work, just make sure you do with your hands. Keep your hands clean. Wash your hands. When you go into the house, take the precaution. Take your clothes off. Possibly try to discard them and put them in a place. I mean, you ain't got to go out and set a bonfire, but try to maybe just put them into the wash with some bleach and if they're not colored clothes. But the hot water is what I'm hearing is one of the things that the virus may be difficult to live in past 133 degrees. But do everything that we can do to try to protect ourselves. We're hopefully going to have some health professionals coming in. We're looking at being able to Skype some calls in. We're also going to be having the mayor come in and give us some talks and give us some insight into what the city plans on doing in the up and coming weeks, because they are meeting now as well as the county is continuously meeting. And so we want to do whatever we can do to keep everybody updated. And we will be back with the regular news, and we're going to keep the news cycle going as well too, keeping everybody updated. But the most important thing right now is that we be able to do whatever we can do to address this COVID virus pandemic that's happening right now, that's began taking the lives of so many people. And so our prayers are with everybody. Be safe. Do what you can do to be vigilant. and to continue to keep yourself clean. Try to preserve, try to keep information out there, and also make sure you share this video with everybody that you know, so we can keep the community updated. God bless you. Until we see you later on this week, we're going to come back on Wednesday and give you another update, as well as some additional news of what's happening in Clarendon County and in the city of Manning. And until then, this is Reverend Darrell James reporting for Manning Now. Peace and blessings, and we'll see you shortly.